Welcome to anybody watching live or
Hello,
in
hello,
VOD.
hello, hello,
I'm
hello,
Tim,
hello, 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 hello. How's it?
and together we're co-host Takeover, or co-host co-op.
I think
See,
today's
co
co-host takeover.
yeah,
Yeah,
co-host
so we're gonna be
takeover.
branching out, renaming some of our sessions when we play stuff like Blood Hunt. That's more like, what you think of as a co-op game, not the more long-form games. That will be co-host
Yeah, to
co-op.
kind of like divvy up when we're doing these long games, and when we're doing something that's more like a one-off. Hey, we got Sage in the chat. How's that going?
Oh
Oh,
no!
there we go. And I think we actually have it on. We actually have.
I'm on an ad, but I'm gonna use our inspiration. No, actually, I'm not. Because why would I do that when Astarion is right here? Okay, you don't have to. He's coming. Okay.
But no, we do for sure now have. Uh,
Okay, you don't have to. He's coming. Okay.
but no,
Oh,
we do
Astarion
for
lockpick
sure
that.
this is awesome.
Okay,
We
you don't
have
have to.
widgets.
He's coming.
We have
Okay.
fucking widgets.
Oh,
Isn't this
Astarion
phenomenal?
lockpick
Awesome.
that.
We
Does
have widgets. We have
which one?
fucking
Like which ones
widgets.
do we have? Oh, I see. I see chat on screen.
And in the top left, there is who
Oh, yeah.
follow. Now,
Hey,
do not
that's
look
sweet.
at for any of those usernames because those were the test ones to make sure that the function actually worked. The chat being on screen is very, yep. Chat stays up for 60 seconds currently after it's been sent. I figure that's long enough for everyone to get a good chance to read it, but long enough that it's not on the screen for the whole time if somebody only sends one message because we've had it where we've only had a couple messages, so
Yeah, that's
give
true.
that illusion of progress. Did we
Wasn't
fully
just
loot
one
Ethel's
person.
house?
I mean, I did send Astarion around stealthed while you were talking to her. So he's got a bunch of random shit.
That does sound like a Starian, just full of random shit. Ooh. Letter from M. The terrible line from Mortal Kombat movie. He's about to get his soul sucked to be the sub alert noise. Oh, okay. He's about to get his soul sucked. I'm okay. Just a moment while I write that down. Soul sucked sub notification. See, how can you avoid any innuendo like that? That's what I want to know. So it looks like she's getting messages from another hag
Uh-huh.
uh, that's sending her notes and like their sisters or whatever,
Yeah.
hag sisters. Um, I'm gonna long or short rest us just because,
Hmm.
but also we could probably stand a long rest because I think we just fought Ethel.
Yeah, we
Um,
are out of rest, but we could go for a little bit longer.
Raid
Get
sound
out of
effect
the
should be the
swamp.
Quiznos sponge monkeys. Okay.
Oh god. The sponge monkey.
I wrote that one down too. Let it never be said that I am impartial, or that I'm
What?
not impartial.
Ribbit. Oh, that's that. That's probably that hurts you. I bet it's just poison apples in this crate.
Do you have the talk to Ant? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, do I have it active? Yeah, I do. But I think we already talked to that frog.
Thank God. We don't have to talk to Frog. Do we want to just go to Blighted Village and go to Goblin Camp, or do we want to try to do what's in the northwest of the map?
Is that big building on fire?
We already did Big Building. Oh, wait, did we do Big Building on
I
fire?
don't think we were on our way there and then we got sidetracked, I think.
We haven't done Big Building on fire. Oh gosh. Okay. So, we're going to have to give that a shot.
Um,
Um or we can do
uh,
Goblin Camp first.
let's do that big building and get the experience before we do the fighting.
All right. I'm going to head back to camp and pick up my good old friend Wilson.
Wilson?
Yeah.
Wilson.
Copper for your
Will,
thoughts?
and he's somebody's son, Wilson.
Oh, come on. You don't mean that.
You heard me.
Oh, fuck.
Always a pleasure.
I also don't know how complicated
Well
this will be, but eventually I want people to be able to redeem channel points, so little gnomes fly all over Alex's face. Hey, I think that would be good.
Funny.
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. I feel the weight of these horns on my
These
head,
horns.
curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. Not to mention a few
Could you
bumps
do
and
that as a
thorns in
gift that
unmentionable
comes up
places.
every time
But
he
I haven't seen my reflection
like,
just yet. What do you
every
know?
time
What do you see?
someone mentions him in the chat or something like that?
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see
Or like first
a
chat alert.
curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls.
First channel.
But I will slay their monsters.
Yeah, that should be a good.
Keep them safe. And one day they will see
We
the
need to
blade of
procure
frontiers
a
again.
whole list of sound effects.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps just a soundboard. You forgot we used to do a soundboard.
Yeah, we did until I realized I had to click out of the game every time I wanted to do
Yeah,
it, and that was
no.
getting us killed.
Yeah, no, that was not
It was
an ideal
just
solution.
hilarious. Like, infallibly so, but...
Will, what you doing, man? Oh, leveling up. Just doing some explosive warlock magic in the middle of
He
camp.
was picking his blade for Pact of the Blade. I guess he
Blade
does have to
ready.
level up too. Every time there was a first time chatter. Yeah. Oh,
yeah. That's how you introduce people.
It's a great way to break them into the chain.
Gnomes flying into Alex's mouth.
I mean, is
Just
there any
like
other
a
place
South,
for them to
like a
fly?
South Park mouth opening from a picture of him chomping down gnomes. Or what I mean is the South Park Canadian. Let me go talk to Scratch.
Well, maybe you could scratch his back, he'll scratch yours.
I don't need that.
You're doubting that?
I'll pass. I appreciate the gesture, but I don't think that Scratch can be gentle enough
Keep him
to
pace.
not just fucking claw me. Will, where are you going, bud?
Got a long road ahead. What path
Oh,
lies
that was me.
before me?
I know.
Now's not a good time.
I guess now we can
Sleep.
closest does. Oh yeah, we need to go to the fuck to bed. Tim, have you gotten to play Alan Wake? You know, I think I said I would at the beginning of December, and then I just haven't. I really need to get on that.
I just started my
speaking of Scratch, and I know the reference. I know you're talking about Mr. Scratch.
Yeah, that's funny. I started my final draft playthrough. Just barely I got to the witch's cabin being a safe zone. That's about it. Does no one want to talk to us?
I guess so. Fucking wild. We better have a sleepy time event, or so help me.
Yeah. Alright, what are we having? Sausage, bread, let's have some cheese, wine. Oh yeah. Oh, let's see, I need 11 more. Some. Oh no.
You know, having the fake followers up in the top left, it really just it maybe it's a good thing. Just do random ones at the beginning. Encourage people to follow. No, that would be far too disingenuous. But I can't figure out for the life of me how to get it to refresh, so
Meat, bread,
I'll allow
cheese,
it for
and
this one. Have you played all of the other Remedy games leading up to... You know what? I haven't. I've only played Max
At
Payne
least
1 and 2, Alan Wake, and Control.
Oh, okay. So what? That leaves Death Rally and Quantum Break?
Death Rally, Quantum Break, Max Payne 3, and
Yeah, Max Payne.
I think
3,
American
guess.
Nightmare.
Oh, sure.
Was there really no nighttime event?
Nothing.
Wild.
I don't know that we've seen our Guardians yet. I don't even remember what mine looks like.
I think, yeah, Huh. I guess we could go to Blighted Village and then just go north from there.
Yeah. I think that's probably the right route. Have we done everything in Blighted Village? I think we have.
Did we have anybody open the ancient tome and read it?
No. We're not high enough level to pass the checks, so we were leaving it. Oh, who's this?
Oh, he's just taking a nap.
The only thing I can do, I can't talk to him.
Asterion, would you be so kind as to just fucking slaughter him with one shot?
Except
sorry,
we're in a village
Astarion.
of goblins.
American Nightmare is definitely worth playing first. Quantum
Yeah,
Break,
I was
in
gonna
hindsight,
say
I think
that
actually
too.
matters more than I ever expected.
Well, yeah, Quantum Break,
Okay.
I would say especially, but the one that I expected to matter less was, American Nightmare, and I was surprised how much that was referenced or referred to. Oh, is this the fucking...
Yes.
Yes!
Yeah.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs
Sage, I am
rattle the door.
so glad
A low
that I saved this part for you.
Someone or something is having a bit of fun.
Sorry, it's just trying to rob you.
What do you think, Sage? Should we open that door? Well, you are partially correct.
It's a bugbear. Fucking a goblin dude.
They're like super goblins. They're like goblins if they were closer to a person, but with way more muscles.
Yeah. Like they were just standing here for so long listening. It should take into account how long you stand there listening.
I think some sick people worked on this. I think some hard up people worked on this game.
Oh no.
Let's leave them alone. I don't want to be invited to the wedding.
And it's only gonna give me Will. I had Astarion with me the first time, and Karlach.
Uh-huh.
And Astarion was like,
something to
fucking
say.
do it. And Karlach was like, fucking don't.
Yeah. I just realized I should go downstairs at some point because I have the TV remote in my pocket. Give that to Kim. Alright, well, anyone want to come up and eat this mystery roasted meat? That's definitely not maybe human.
Get started.
Definitely not.
Beast fit for an ogre.
But
You
that blade is
notice a
sick.
peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
Like the only thing I could fail.
If you could do inspiration on that,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Second one.
Wow. The bonus on that's gonna be incredible.
25.
I'm glad I could help with my +1.
Your cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the
I
mystery.
don't think I got it on my playthrough.
I
It makes
did
sense
not.
to have Astarion do it, or Astarion. Oh, I forgot to have, what's her name, cure me in the morning. So I'm a little bit -1.
They're just still going at it. They're going to fuck until the end of this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think every time you pass by, they're in there, so...
And it's like, are ogres evil?
eh,
Because they just eat, but they do like to play with their food.
That's true. They definitely do not have much of a sense of empathy.
That's curious.
So, with the moral
Ooh,
imperative,
antique pile.
yeah, sounds like an
Here goes nothing.
industrial washing machine. So would the imperative good be to kill an ogre because they have the propensity for killing other
I
less
think if you
physically-
go down that road, then eventually you're just gonna kill every human because they could kill a human. That's my
Oh,
immediate thought on
that's
that.
very good. Industrial washing machine, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Think an ogre and an orc. That's about what's going on.
Smoke. Something.
I always think of the orcs. I mean, obviously there's goblins in
Curious.
Tolkien's world as well, but the Uruk-hai are a little bit hobgoblin-y in terms of like the strength.
Yeah. Yeah, like an Uruk-hai.
Being stronger than goblins, like they're taller.
They're the Uruk-hai of goblins.
Yeah.
Oh, they're walking on sunshine.
Something's burning.
He of the unsleeping eyes. Grant me the
Oh,
might to
except
carry
for
this
her.
burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear.
Looks like he wasn't cut out for this line of work.
I know.
A massacre.
Wild.
Drow and goblins slaughtered the lot. Please, just leave me be.
voting for the
Super
only
species,
option.
orcs. So orcs and goblins were
I hear
kind of the same in The Hobbit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent armor. Drowcraft, of course.
Ooh, I found drow armor. I'm gonna
Keep
try
your
to.
hands to yourself.
Oh yeah, don't loot the flaming fist ones. They
I
get real
didn't mean
sensitive about
to.
that.
I was trying. They're just dead on top of each other. No, dear, I'm not trying to talk to you.
Lifelessly.
Archer. Roof. Should have seen
Who are?
Zayrin. Male.
What's your profession? What's your profession? Male. Okay.
From Sharmuth. Before the Absolute.
And then in Lord of the Rings itself, Uruk-hai are crossbreeds of the two, of goblins and orcs. And he just hadn't made up his mind until after The Hobbit was published. In the Lord of the Rings, they are two separate creatures. Okay.
Raid. Retrieval.
The spell's power wanes.
Okay.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Yes. How did you target the end?
Kidnap the Duke for the Absolute.
Well, you're talking to the dead.
Take
Yeah.
prisoners to Moonrise.
I have to do-
Absolute wants him.
Did you leave any survivors?
Slaves. Good. Raid.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know. The spell's power wanes.
Okay.
What about this
Uh,
one?
It'll highlight now whenever there's corpses. There is one over here I could ask. Thankful that is one nice thing about this game is that
Yeah.
it tells you who you can talk to successfully instead of just making you click on
The
everyone.
corpse regards you
Yeah.
lifelessly.
Number of canon inconsistencies in the Silmarillion in particular. Some characters have two different deaths that's not totally clear which is more correct.
That kind of makes it like old legends, though.
The corpse remains silent. She doesn't know.
Who are you?
Gauntlet. Marilla. Flaming fist.
Any survivors?
Or dying.
Where you from?
Baldur's Gate.
Leave. Just like you can't come up with any more. Use a fifth question.
Great God, helm.
Right?
Allow us peace in this plane and beyond.
He's forever stuck waiting for the fifth question.
To certainty when we would have hoped.
Hashtag tragic.
And so
Do we want to go find this dude
Yeah, let's
and rescue the folks? You rescue. Oh yeah, she's dead. Are you speaking to her?
yeah. She's on the list.
Funny.
You
The
can talk
corpse
to her.
regards you.
Ready for the fully
lifelessly.
AI produced Rings of Power Season 2. Holy shit. What?
Is that actually confirmed?
Expand upon that, please. For the love of God.
From Eltergard. Traveling. Sister's wedding.
Oh, you should have told her you couldn't come.
Finding. Husband. Benrin. Inside. Door. Locked. Trapped. Fire.
But you're so bloody. That's not from fire.
Dowry for sister
In barn.
in
Okay.
barn.
So it didn't stop prediction for a day during the writing stripes in the scripts.
Farmer inside.
The spell's power.
Now, he has or Will has an interesting way of breaking that door.
What's that? Oh. Right.
Okay, so I promise that explosive damage was just from opening the door.
Fire! Hurry! Get this thing off me!
Total bonus +0. Oh no. Maybe I should have done investigation. Okay, no, we're good. We're good.
The show didn't stop production even a day during the writer's strike, and they said the scripts weren't finished before filming.
Almost.
That's good. That's good. Good to know that on top of everything wrong with it, there's also, like, union scabs working on it.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
So, as for this room, an interesting little thing can happen if nobody has Ray of Frost, do we? Unfortunate. There's a chest in
but
here.
I have.
If you want to sneak a Starian in there, I promise I'll toss him a healing spell.
Wait, are we turn-based?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Oh, because this room's on fire. Oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Wait, I think Will is resistant to fire now.
He still does take damage, but... Did you just pick up a table?
An
Big
entire lock
chest.
chest.
And then run it out of the farming building. Well, no.
There we go.
Where are you?
There. Broke a shortcut open for you.
That's a good idea. I'm sorry, and where are you, man?
Come!
Where's Asarian?
I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
Where's Asarian? He's just standing in the fire.
Lorik is just dipping it through the flames.
Now's not the time.
Asarian, why are you just standing in the fire?
I guess I can come down to the bottom and open the... I hear you guys narrowly avoided goblin sex. Hey, it was interspecies goblin sex, okay? It was a goblin and an ogre, and it was more like an urukai and an ogre, okay? I mean, AI might honestly make a better script than the first season. Okay,
Could be.
that's fair.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Very well.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond.
Councillor Floric, are you all right?
Will,
Picked up a
by
letter
the
that I
name
should maybe
God,
read.
what's become of you?
A story best left for calmer days. Now breathe deeply. Are you in pain?
Scorched throat. A few hairs singed off. Nothing a bit of time and fresh air can't cure. Gauntlet, a new duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder
How do I
Ravengard
break
west.
this
Oh,
thing
no.
up?
If my eyes and ears can be believed.
Goblinoid
Report
sex,
to
as
the
if that's an
Mallet and send for
improvement. Oh,
reinforcements.
Yeah,
goblinoids. It's
goblinoid.
not.
You
Yeah.
must find the Duke.
I feel like
Counselor.
I almost
No,
should have
can't
opened
be.
the door in the
You mean
spirit of
they've
the
taken
channel,
my-
but I wanted
Yes,
to spare everyone.
Will.
I mean,
The
it's
Drow
Christmas.
have your father.
You can tell by the tree I have yet to take down.
We haven't taken ours down either.
The circumstance of my birth is no
was-
matter of
it was
pride
work
for
putting
neither
it up.
me nor my father.
Right?
But
And
pride
getting
is no
use out
reason
of
to
it.
refuse help to my own flesh and blood. How can we help?
Rescue Ravengard from his Drow captors. Baldur's Gate needs him now more than ever.
Yeah, it's a
Trust us to see it
Yule
through, Counselor.
tree, a winter tree, not a
Teachers care
Christmas tree now.
teachers certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so it
Isn't it clear? You travel with the Blade of Frontiers.
Here's your
Who might
Christmas
I
present,
trust if
troll
not a
porn.
legend?
Okay.
Who might rise to the moment
Do
if
I
not Ravengard's own
waste a
son?
guiding bolt spell slot on this shattered wine barrel so I can get out without any more damage? Because Astarion can't take the fire damage extra bad.
in this plane and beyond. Teachers
Um.
care when we would be reckless.
Oh, actually, I have an
When
idea.
we would have doubt. So it is spoken,
Ooh.
and so is it done.
Do you have any like bottles of water to throw?
What?
Moonrise
Oh,
Towers,
burrow hole.
along the old
You can
road.
go small,
That
right?
place is cursed.
I
Few
think
could
so.
survive there.
After
Unless
Astarion
darker
opens this
forces are at
space
work.
up.
This was no random attack. The Grand Duke was their target. Thank you.
It might
When
cause
the
an
Grand
explosion.
Duke returns to
But
this, approach the towers with care. The land is. I will seek reinforcements. Remember, Will, courage is found in the battle against fear, not in the defeat of it.
So Father said.
there we go.
Does she really fucking quote his
Fist
father to
To
him?
work.
That's kind of a bitch move, right?
It's
Like, that's
definitely
kind of a bitchy move.
intensely.
Allow us peace in this plane and beyond.
It's specifically taking sides between him and his father. That's for sure.
So it is spoken, and so is it done.
I think
Allow us peace in this
it was like I know it was meant to be like inspirational, just like here's some wise words from dear old dad, dearest
But that's
daddy.
not how he feels about his dad. So
But yeah, he's not a huge fan of. Oh,
Oh.
hey, there you go.
Will wants to talk.
Shit.
I thought I was gonna cause a big
You can't
explosion.
swear.
Distance
They'll
between you and
demonetize
yesterday,
us.
But you'll never leave it fully
I
behind.
mean, shit.
Father's words. Hard to argue with them. Floric spoke true. I'm a Grand Duke's son.
The choice is clear. We should rescue Duke.
More than worried in truth. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow?
Yeah,
Even
it's
the houses
basically
of
Danny
Menzo Baranzan would have
DeVito
little
giving it
use
to
for
an
my
ogre.
father. No, this is
Gotta
no
pay the
Drow.
troll toll to get into there.
These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father. I know. And you're right.
You're not allowed to keep any secrets from me,
My
Will.
story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers. A man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard.
So a little,
memory of a
a
memory.
couple of tidbits
A
about
man who
some of the
belongs to the
behind-the-scenes
past.
development. Will's
I
voice
wanted you
actor
to
was
know the
actually
Blade,
recast
not the shadow he left
between
behind.
early access and full release. And
I'm all for
that
it.
that is just wild because they retooled his story so much between what it was originally going to be and what it was upon release, and they couldn't
Not so
they couldn't
enchanting as you'd
release
think.
or they
The
couldn't get
poor
the
tears,
voice actor
the
back to do
Caldwells, They were
Or
the
the new
bloods
voice lines,
hosting
so
the
they had to
fancy balls
recast.
and drinking from
Dang.
gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made Baldur, stubborn as a deep rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows and the talent for courtly dance.
Ooh, courtly dance. I'm sorry, courtly dance.
It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes.
That's like only 12
A
years,
drunk
though.
ogre could put on a better show.
Who the fuck calls dancing twinkling their toes?
Well, give it some time. Develop a bond and maybe I'll show you a move or two.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
just
promise, clumsy
Is that the
horribly-
well within my
romance?
repertoire.
no, that's you got to improve your reputation or whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't brought him enough apples
Get
or
the
whatever
hell
his
outta
favorite
here.
vegetable is, or fruit. Wow. You should get out of this pack, dude.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights.
Oh, he
But
approved of
I
that.
don't have a
Maybe he'll
clue
tell
where
me
to
his
start,
backstory now.
Other than play her games and play by the rules.
I mean, he kind of already
That's
is.
the only language devils listen to.
So this guy will tell me all about his, like, devil pact and all of his tragic backstory, but he won't tell me, like,
She could kill
or,
me
like,
for
he
work,
won't show me a
and
dance.
that's not the worst of it. My contract is very clear.
Seems
I
wild.
can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her.
Tolkien should have
We're
established that
standing here with
Uruk-hai are
nothing but the
half-breeds by
clothes on
showing
our
us how they get
backs and
made. That's the
worms in our
Larian way.
heads.
Wizards
Hey.
of the Coast way.
I will say, if you want, you can avoid almost every sexual thing that this game does have to offer. If you want, you can engage with all of it. And I do like that you have that ability to steer yourself away from these situations while also not, like, being absent of themselves. But at the same time, it is a little... I do find it quite weird to see a bugbear stuffing an ogre.
I'd like if we can beat her if we put our
I'm
worms
so sorry
together.
to give you another reason to sleep restlessly, but it's my burden to bear. She won't touch you unless
Burden
there's
to bear,
something there
not
for her to
bugbear,
take.
damn it.
Don't give her so much as an inkling there might be.
It's my bug to bear.
Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, so is it done.
I think we're at the...
I've a lot on my mind, and
the rest.
in it.
Oh,
Let's go hurt someone.
Let's go hurt someone. Okay,
Astarion.
Astarion.
On my way.
Don't get me wrong, there's gonna be weird sex stuff in Mage. Yeah. That is true. At least, just based off of the, what I'm guessing is still an incredibly minute amount of,
Just to remind you, I'm merely a spawn. It won't count. But if you want a true vampire, I'm happy to recommend one.
I love all the various stuff that, like the dialogue you get from having different companions in your party.
A dragon. Gods preserve me.
What are you doing?
I'll take the goblins over the
up before
bear.
they
At
see
least they're
you,
presumably
Gresham.
sentient humanoids. Hey, the only bear fucking you can do in this game is a druid that has turned into a bear. I'm not sure how much better that makes it. And it is an
I'm
option
in a
that...
cutscene.
You're in a cutscene?
Yeah, the soldier is talking to the Githyanki.
Rag. I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is
Like,
your
it's a
last
person.
chance.
What would
No,
merit
you
a
can't.
thing?
That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Well, that's what I call a flaming fist. It's still a bear. What would merit a thing? Something graphic troll goblin sex is really
I
off-putting.
hate to
Yeah,
be negative,
I would 100%
but
agree.
those giths will carve you up like a goose.
Like a goose?
Well, then we won't bring you. We'll bring the Gith, and you can disguise self as a Gith.
Now there was while you were in the cutscene, there was a tiefling over here who thought herself better off alone, who was trying to observe and sneak past the Gith, and how she was looking to cross this bridge originally, but now is going to find a way around.
Do you want to disguise as a Gith and go down and talk to them?
We can, or I can grab Lae'zel.
Up to you. I mean, she would want to be there, but I don't care what she thinks. It's probably good to have her there.
I'll drop
Maybe
Will
it'll
off.
bring us closer.
Putting the dragons in Dungeons and Dragons, yeah.
Well met. Are you
Oh yeah,
sure?
actual dungeons
And just
typically very boring in some ways. They can be interesting if
But
they're
dungeon
what
crawl
they're.
aspect.
It's more like the off like the okay, like the idea of a dungeon.
Speak.
Like there's I want to say Waterdeep. There's
It is
this
done.
tower that belonged to this mage, and the like when the mage died, like the tower was sunk into the ground or something, and so it's all of the interdimensional levels of his tower sunken into the ground, and at the bottom, or what was previously the top of the tower, lies his treasure.
The Mad Mage, yeah. I almost ran that, but the dungeon crawl is my least favorite like campaign setting, so we didn't go on to that campaign, but that's what would have followed up Dragon Heist. I just set up that battle again recently just to show off the game room. It's a fun map.
It is really like Waterdeep's got all sorts of fun jazz. I really can't wait for them to like eventually. Well, that's the thing. Hasbro fired a shit ton of people at the like right before Christmas, like a week before Christmas or some shit. And they got relatively decent severance packages that were on the lower end of what could be expected, which is kind of unfortunate. Especially because they fired most of the people that greenlit the Baldur's Gate 3 being made, and Baldur's Gate 3 was the game of the year, and there was still cuts in the Wizards of the Coast division, which how can you have profits that were like?
Are you gonna disguise as well?
Should I?
I mean, I think they'll be friendliest if it's 2 Gith. Great year to be buying, bad year to be working. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just shocking that they were as
my time is short.
big on
Leave
cutting
me
jobs
to-
as they were.
Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name child.
That line right there, that little bit of dialogue, that makes me think a little bit of Cain. Just like, shut the fuck up. Why are you? I haven't skinned you because I'm very merciful. I am nothing if not merciful.
Or not plays out. Go ahead, I guess.
Ooh. I will be speaking on my kin's behalf, or should I nod to Lae'zel?
It's the higher charisma. Or maybe this is an intimidation.
I guess I do have.
I think you should speak.
Imbecile, stay back.
Now. Vlaakith esteems all her children. What say you, Githyanki?
Yeah, I guess we don't know anything about the customs.
You are unknown to me, kin. Are you straight from the Kree? Explain yourself, Vinisk.
Performance, I think, is kind of your thing.
Fucking critical roll. Nice.
Oh, my microphone got pressed upward. Thank you.
I thought I was just having a minor stroke.
Yeah, I saw that criticism about the Game Awards.
Yeah,
They
and
didn't make layoffs at all.
they specifically
and
cut off the Game of the Year from talking about like cuts in the industry and people that died in over the course of their game's development.
Right.
It was
Absolutely
fucking wild.
heartless.
And this was not a year where profits were overall terrible. Like Hasbro overall, their video games division has made record profits based off of every other thing that they've like made before. And they still fired people there. Why?
Yeah.
We'll never fucking know.
Money.
Your tongue
So
is
they don't
sharp.
have to
Good.
keep paying
The
them.
Kresh's hatchlings have not been compromised by this meek, wretched world. You will return to the Kresh and fetch reinforcements. But first, a question. We hunt a weapon taken from the Geik slave ship. Have you seen such an item?
A weapon?
You
Have
suddenly
we?
feel a strange anxiety take hold.
Oh.
Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. You attune your mind to it.
Why are we
The
with you?
artifact
My
does
goal
not
was
want
that we
to
wouldn't
part
be
from
there.
you. It does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands.
It is polyhedric in shape, inscribed with the sacred runes of our people. It is our queen's, and she shall have it back. Clearly, you know nothing of this, Vinisk. No matter, it will be found. Make for the Kresh. And if you come across any survivors of the Geik vessel, kill them and search them thoroughly. Forever. Keep
Like the
hunting and
Oscars
do
is just an
better.
extension of the industry.
Todenos, we fly.
It's gradually become even fucking not Todd Howard, who Jeff Keighley, who oversees the video game awards. We don't have to fight him. Oh, but we still got the XP. That was nice. One of them does have a really good psychic damage sword. But
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Given him yours.
I wasn't expecting to pass the checks.
The Kithrak deserves
Yeah,
the whole of my
being
spawn.
yes
How
helps.
dare he speak my queen's name? How dare he dishonor her
1
child?
gold on this dude.
Do not be naive. I followed protocol.
Todd Howard is the guy that lies and says every Bethesda game. Yeah. But yeah, Jeff Keighley said that was a big thing in the video game awards. Is that they didn't give people enough time. 30 seconds was too small. And for the guy in charge to even be able to admit that it was a problem shows that it was really as bad as it's ever been. I don't think I've ever managed to successfully talk my way out of that fight. It's always either been like Lae'zel doing the talking for me, or me just killing
that's how
the
I
shit out of all
passed
of them.
it. her doing it before is how I passed it.
Just as well, because that fight is hard as shit.
I am so encumbered.
You're so
Oh
encumbered.
my gosh,
Oh,
I have so much crap.
I can take some of the armor.
I'm just putting all my supplies to camp. I think that'll be enough, yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
As
Let's
anyone makes a
go.
bald boy show like Beetlejuice. I hope the AI that told people Starfield is like going to the moon is going to take them over from Star. Oh yeah. Like Todd Howard. Come on. He has a particular proclivity for overstating, exceeding the exceeding
The corpse regards
the
you
limitations of his development
lifelessly.
team. I imagine his developers have to hate him a little bit for that.
Yeah.
Because then they have to live up to this fucking thing, and they're not being given the deadline to do it.
Seeking path. Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I do remember
Monstrous
that.
warriors.
He crossed blades with a Githyanki. Few survive the ordeal. Fewer still claim victory.
Okay.
Risen Road. Cross Wooden Bridge. Mountain Pass. Miller. In Elturel.
The spell's power.
What, I know you guys streaming Starfield.
Oh my god,
be a
no.
Sage game too. It's not a multiplayer.
The big complaint about the Game Awards in 22 was that they let every winner talk way too long. I could understand like cutting it to like 45 seconds or a minute for the individual award winners.
Yeah.
But 80%
But team awards
of this year's awards were advertisements. Like
no,
Hidetaka
yeah, that was
or not Hidetaka. Kojima got 10 minutes to talk about his game, and that didn't even come out this year. And I get that it's the kind of industry thing where we talk about what's next, but what else is that if not an advertisement for people to invest in his game?
Right.
Like, if anything, that's a great way to push early access.
Oh, I can't jump that far.
Modders abandoned Starfield because it's too boring. Yeah. Look, if you go on Steam right now, the user view is what, like 65? It's not good. And as someone who played like 400 hours of Skyrim, and to the point where I was able to make it my senior project. Ooh, it says you left the game. No name. 1 minute to a minute and a half, I think, is fair. Yeah. And like even for like the winner of like the game of the year, I'd be okay giving him even, or like giving, because it's typically an entire studio or like the immediate team that's there. 30 seconds though is not nearly enough to talk. That's... Oh, yeah. Oh, big fucking guy. Over 9,000. Yeah. My senior project at my high school was actually creating a Skyrim mod because I was trying to figure out if I wanted to go into a career in video game development. Newsflash, I didn't. I tried it in college, and oh my god, is computer science boring. Oh my god, it's so boring. Like, I can't learn multiple coding languages for shit, let alone learn the level of shit that you need to. No. But, so I made a functioning Skyrim mod that was an entire world space, and I learned how to use the creator tools, and I created a functioning demo. Yeah, good thing you avoided that career. Yeah, yeah, because I'd just be getting fired. Let's see, where should we go? Goblin camp? Wait, that's right. No name is gone. Is no name? No name is gone from disk. Oh, computer crashed. It got super hot. Okay. Well, in the meantime, all that goblin sex was too steamy for the computer. You definitely have been laid off this year. Yeah. Oh my god, 2023 was a brutal year for the tech industry. What was it? Microsoft alone I think it was Microsoft that laid off 10,000 employees. A total of 261,000 workers in the tech industry lost their jobs in 2023. A 100,000 worker increase than the year prior. So like job losses in the industry essentially double, uh, and it's pretty crap, because it's a lot of it is happening because of no fault of the developers of some games are legitimately fucking awful and should not have been published or been allowed to release. But I think what you have in the tech industry, but in industries in general, you have a lot of stock put into ideas. You're seeing this kind of play out with Tesla, where like you have the Cybertruck. It was a really cool idea. Functionally, garbage. Safety hazard. It's gonna rust really fucking bad. It's got so many problems with it. The VR's metaverse VR. It was told to investors that it was going to be really fucking great, which inflates the stock value, which inflates the company worth value, which increases their borrowing value. And a lot of everything that they do is to appeal to investors. And yeah, if you say, oh, this is our financial obligation to our employees on an annual basis, it looks a lot better when you've just laid off like a third of your workforce after publishing your last successful thing. And it's
Hello.
and like, hello, welcome back.
We'll see. Watch the game, but
you also see like the industry overvaluing things, I think, is a really big thing in tech, to the point where we are willing to place way more worth in an idea than in established things that work. It's really kind of sad, because you see overinvestment in things that have no precedent in or functioning like one good way of looking at it is Meta. Like, Meta laid off, what was it, 7,000 employees in 2023. It was one of the biggest tech layoffs, I think, in the industry, or at least in the top 5. Not only was Zuckerberg consistently inflating the capabilities of his technology, but he was also consistently downplaying the shortcomings. and kind of using like CGI cinematics to kind of say like, oh, well, this is what it's going to be like when you see any sort of screen cap recording of what it's like, and it's just fucking awful. It's bad. It's really bad. It's uncomfortable, and if you've there's a lot of people report motion sickness and stuff because everything is just so fucking erratic. Not to mention conversations are better done just do a Zoom call. Do a Zoom call with a fucking fancy background. Do fancy backgrounds for Zoom calls. You'll probably make something more profitable than whatever they just lost $10 billion doing. Almost as bad as Elon Musk pretending to be a guy in a suit was a real dancing robot. Oh yeah, it was really bad. See, that's another thing. If you look at Musk's inflation of the capabilities of the technology his companies have access to, you're finding time and time again that he's overstating and all the self-driving or autopilot claims for vehicles. That shit had to be walked back, and there were laws put in place about what can and cannot be classified as that. And you find that because
join your game.
Let me try inviting you. To me, it doesn't say that you're online in game. Meta as a concept is a fundamental misunderstanding of what people want in a product. Meta is also just failing as a company in general. No one will work there sooner. Yeah, they see, Facebook worked in like the early 2010s. It worked more or less. Like it was at its peak performance. It had a decent amount of the global population using it on a daily basis. But where you start to falter is they start focusing on how do you maximize profitability to the utmost. How do you drive the biggest profit margin from each individual person visiting our website? If you still can't join, I am going to just go to the main menu I saved. So
well, I'm restarting Steam and see if that'll work.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, a lot of workers are being, I would say, replaced by AI because you also major industries are they're going fucking. They're trying to use it in whatever ways they can get away with it, because a lot of people think it's shit when you fire developers that bring actual talent, nuance, and style to a given game, and you just do AI shit, but you also don't want to come out and be like, all right, yeah, we're using AI to make our game. You want to hide it. You kind of want to be shifty about it and be like, oh yeah, this is the work of these 6 guys or whatever. And it's like, no.
Yeah, I feel like even Twitter killed Facebook for a little bit, and then TikTok took over Twitter, being a similar concept but video.
Yeah, and
killing the
Facebook
radio star.
just had to not shift into being everything. Yeah,
being everything and ads everywhere.
What's one thing? Elon wanted X to be the everything website, where you can have your payments go through X and all this stuff. It's all this shit that X does not have the architecture nor the system engineers to generate the capability for. But
one day I'll catch a break.
It's rather. Oh, I went to Blighted Village and then went just west of the waypoint.
Okay.
Is that nobody wants everything to be all through one. They wanted little snippets from various creators and celebrities or news websites in small, easily read this quick blurbs with links to longer articles if you want it. That's what made Twitter work. You went there for that. Facebook is if you wanted to see pictures from your family or sometimes social group pages and stuff, and like group chats. All that
Right.
fucking works really well. TikTok, when you want to see short form content videos, like everything had its fucking place, but then everything else tried to be everything else.
Yeah.
TikTok wants to be
Adding
like,
reels and
wants to add reels, and it wants to add, and like Facebook wants to add TikTok or like esque type things, and it's, if AI has proven anything, it's that it can do good, but only when used as a tool by a human instead of replacing the human. Everyone wants to have WeChat. WeChat in China is the best everything app. America corporations are chasing that. Good old WeChat for when you want the Chinese government to know what you're up to. Hey, if the Chinese government, I guarantee you, if you live in China, already knows everything you're up to. It's just less steps with the WeChat. They probably that's the price of living in a surveillance state, and like, you know, I am honestly shocked America hasn't gotten a little bit further towards that than it has, and I think
as far as we know.
as far as we know, yeah. But then we
I've
have
been
shit
watching
like
X-Files, and it's been really filling my tinfoil hat. That sounds weird. But there are definitely episodes about just like government conspiracy theory stuff where I'm like, yeah, that's probably true.
I think you're missing a star, Ian.
Yeah, I just found him.
Chinese spy balloon
just
used
happened.
American ISPs to transmit data back to China. Oh yeah, every country wants to be China so bad. Yeah, because like China does all the things that a lot of world powers really love being able to do, which is they're able to force, or like they're able to know everything they want about the people that live there. They're able to make it so that there's they're rather to exert this level of influence to the point where society more or less has to conform. Like, did you know Shen Yun was like a whole religious philosophy? It's not just a performance that comes through every now and then through your town various times of the year, but no, it was an not necessarily an ethnic minority, but it was kind of a religious minority in China, and it was like a form of spiritualism, and the Chinese government was endorsing it. It was endorsing it, and then around 1995 they weren't endorsing it. Too many people were following this thing, not the one philosophy that they wanted people to follow. So they started rounding up all the people, and it got to the point where the UN was getting reports of like organ harvesting from practitioners of this that were being picked up off the street, put into camps, and then eventually being harvested, because they found like, well shit, we have all these organs, we don't know where they're coming from. And that's back in 1995, when there's not that much surveillance. Their surveillance technology was far more limited than it is now. And you see what they're doing to the Uyghurs, and it's far more extensive, to the point where something said out loud in your own home has a decent chance of making it back to the government. So every aspect of your life is surveilled and curated.
What's that?
Disney shot Mulan outside that concentration camp. Yep.
Woof.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Disney got some kickback for.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, because what the ever living fuck.
Yeah, that's wild.
Um,
We've explored a lot of this main area. There's one going north on. Oh, there's not a path there.
It's
Yeah,
also
no,
perfectly legal to kill prison inmates and harvest their organs. Only country in the world you can get an organ transplant overnight. Jeez. Yeah.
Wild.
And the UN had a case brought to it back in 2010, I think, and that went nowhere, even though it was established that it was likely happening, because every report given was not able to be disproven or stated as credible.
Yeah.
Just wild. But point is, I am just shocked the U.S. hasn't gotten closer to that.
Yeah.
So bully for us, really. Russia could do that, but they're so incompetent they botched the transplant. Well, I would argue life is pretty good in Russia if you are an oligarch. An oligarch with no skeletons in your closet.
Is there such a thing? You want to do the talking? Shit, I think I walked forward.
I'll tell the guards what's what.
Oh.
Goblins ahead.
So are you gonna be friends with them at first and then fight? Is that the plan?
Dragged in.
Can it? I know something Ragslin will want to hear.
We'll play friendly with them, we'll loot the shit out of their camp,
that?
and we
I've
can
been in some
either...
druid's grove. This one's spring me.
I think there's
Now move over
a
so I
couple
can tell
different methods
Ragslin
we could
myself.
try. We could try
Hold on.
luring the goblins
raiders?
to have, like, the grove
Every
help us,
last one.
like, out of their camp.
Ragslin's
Or we can take out, like,
She'll be happy
the
enough when
goblins
I
in their
tell her
camp
where
once
them
we're done with
looters is
them.
holding up. Let me through.
Hold on
And they need
now.
barn doors. I mean, at least they went in a barn. Like,
All goblins are British.
they're not just out in the open. That's true.
Behave yourself. Saz is vouching for you. You mess up, you and Saz will get it.
That's enough out of you.
That's okay.
Come on. Gotta let the drow know where them looters is. We'll be heroes.
Stop fidgeting. Bloody wall. More likely you gave them fleas, you filthy bugger.
Can you disguise as a goblin?
Oh, I wish. I wish. Anything magical has a British accent. More magical, more British. Russia's so depressing a place to live. The ethnic stereotype of Russians is the concept of depression.
Obey my command.
That sounds like it's probably the
Voice is
absolute.
irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction.
That was
Then
fun.
there are three figures before you. An armored male elf exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the weapon, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
Oh, yeah,
The
Russia's
visions fade and
definitely
the
a
voice
ticking time
falters
bomb.
as a strange energy
Didn't they have like
swells
half
around you.
500,000 people flee the
many-sided
draft?
artifact. Somehow you understand it's repelling the presence.
My power grows. My forces gather.
Putin just knows he fucked up because everyone told him in his circle that it was going to be a 3-day ordeal.
Yeah, seriously.
And he cannot back down. There cannot be a situation in which he says, all right, we're going to withdraw and we're not replacing the government.
Whatever power the artifact possesses, it shows no sign
And
of it
yeah,
now.
it's not going to end well. And meanwhile, they keep trying to distract from things like the war by doing things like amending via their Supreme Court what constitutes as like a because like they've identified anything gay as radical.
Oh.
And so in participating in any homosexual activities is like considered potentially a radical acts of terrorism.
Political. Oh my god.
Sounds like they've
So like they're going after the minority populations even harder than they were before. And they were going after it pretty hard to try to, you know, distract public opinion. Like if we're talking about like how bad these gays are around our kids, we don't have to mention the fact that, you know, sending those kids that they're worried about to die in a war next year as soon as they age out.
To ash. The captives were many. Goblet kind had reduced them to cowering.
You can't get vodka, you get shampoo.
So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw
Well, vodka gets you
Rexlin,
alcohol,
the
and it gets you
true
potatoes.
soul, had led you glad.
Ooh, shit. Ooh.
Huh? That was good. Carry it on, Pigeon.
And if you saw him kill manlings, you'd have to yell, "Hum! Fa!"
Oh, how do I get out of this?
Only
so
sex
can
I
go to
consider
me?
terrorism is bear sex. Yeah, that's fair. Why are we losing so many planes, Boris? It's because someone back in Moscow.
He's a meatier creature than any I've spied. Oh, Balderdash.
Oi, stranger! You making with my pigeon? These.
Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin.
Yeah, it's to the point where you have like Russian officials, like high-ranking Russian officials. Like imagine shit from like the like the fucking imagine the chief of staff comes out and he's like, "There's no gays in Russia," and if they are gay, they're not Russian. Like that level of shit when you have when you're asked about like, hey, are you putting gays in concentration camps? And they're just like, we don't have any gay people in Russia. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right, yes. More fool me.
Ooh, shoves him down. That's cold. How could you do that, Grebo?
Welcome, your greatness. I've got some good stuff if you're looking to buy.
Roasted dwarf ribs.
Oh, let's see what you have there. I did like the skeptical look on that
Bear
lady
Club.
goblin. I'm just so happy to be at a vendor. I've been carrying around so much vendor items.
Oh yeah, I need to sell too.
Like its will be done.
So, if you're going into healing, Boots of Aid and Comfort from this vendor. Excellent. They give you just +3 temp HP whenever you heal somebody.
Oh, nice.
And then Astarians can get the Gloves of Archery here, which give you +2 to ranged attack damage. And proficiency in longbows and shortbows, which he already has because he's elf. And I will get the fuck out of the way of the vendor.
Well, I'm talking to the little owlbear, but I forgot to put my animal fucking spell.
But his mother is gone, taken. All that's left are
They only
these
start winning when they ran out
creatures.
of men and had to start fighting like the Germans
The
did.
cub seems anxious to leave.
I think the funniest thing about Russians during the war, or during World War II, was that they were flying such shitty planes that they could crash them, get out, get into a different shitty plane, crash again, get back into it.
Yeah. Alright, where's the vendor there?
Alright, while you do this, with Grat, I talked to him again. While I am going to leave you to man the chat, while you're doing this, I need to run to the restroom.
Be back. Yeah, pretty much, unless they have something else on the ground doing the heavy lifting for them. Oh, go back one. That's true. Isn't that true about every conflict? Russia only ever starts doing well like 2 years in. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what you have here. I'm gonna sell you a bunch of random shit. You have a bunch of bottles of spiders or something. So what is all of this stuff? Okay, let's go to barter. Actually,
Humans ain't good for much, but they make tasty beer.
better than the German planes that kept killing the pilots. So many terrible German engineering ideas. Yeah. Well, you can't win them all. Or any of them.
I think I heard the absolute voice just now.
I'm selling the last of my things. Oops.
And we're back. Isn't it great to be back?
Well, back.
What if we hook the engine exhaust pipe directly into the cockpit? Wunderbar. The British did have an idea for the dumbest one ever, though. The nuclear chicken landmines. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, it was, so many terrible German engineering ideas. Did you see the rifle that was supposed to shoot around a wall?
No, I never
It just
saw that.
fragmented the bullet into really poorly aimed, poorly spread buckshot, and it couldn't actually hit anything because they just curved the barrel. And the barrel would also it would break relatively quick.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's...
Should I try to get this? Oh, but it's the same. It's so much money though. Okay.
Having a drink. It's all the sweeter when it's free, innit?
I would rather drink Rider Venom.
That's some fancy elf brew, is it? Never know. Might have it. We lifted all sorts from that inn before we burned
I
it.
am out of the shop.
Hold the dagger.
Sorry, sir. Meat ain't ready yet.
Oh hey, you wanted some dwarven
Caves
ribs.
to roast.
This dwarf has taken ages.
He found us. Don't know what he was doing here or where he came from. Lads inside are trying to get answers out of one of his mates. Nah, druids are all beardy and woodsy, ain't they? This lot were a scabby gang of tomb robbers.
Is that the tomb robbers we saw earlier?
Yep. This would have been the dwarf. They're cooking the dwarf that they left behind. Luckily, Halsin was not a dwarf. You'd think he was a wood elf.
Thanks, sir. He'll probably spill his guts as soon as he claps eyes on ya. He's inside. Keep to the right and follow the screams.
Did we want to try helping the owl bear out?
I talked to it already and gave it my scent.
Alright.
All I can do is listen to it and then leave at this point.
Alright.
So I offered it to come join us.
Excuse me. If you have a drawer inside, plenty.
Oh, he doesn't want to. See, goblins show you deference when you show up as a drow. So what I gotta do?
Oh, sure.
Fresh disarm with me, bear.
He's become
Now I'm a dwarf.
Look at them pictures,
What are they gonna do?
humans.
Eat me? Good fucking
You
luck.
got him good.
And who are you? Another pest? Dwarves. Think you rule the world, ha?
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Did you guys know Nazis made a shotgun-style rocket launcher? It did not work. I'm gonna guess it didn't work.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it works. I mean, I don't know if you want to use the thing, but...
Well, not us. Things are changing. We got the absolute on our side now. You better learn
Oh, it
your
must be a new guy.
place.
Yeah.
Go on. Or I'll wipe that.
End him or leave him. But don't you dare grovel to this slug.
That's my dexterity.
I don't know what your charisma is for intimidation, but... Sees you shapeshift next to him and goes, must be a new guy. Yeah, right?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna be a little brazen.
What was that?
Okay. Are you guys gonna hear me out on this one? I'm gonna go with the worst option.
Apologize and drop to your knees?
Thought so.
Now,
That's
now,
more like it.
the reason being,
You can slide the ring off his toe. Give his foot a long lick. Jesus.
no, this is a hard +5. I have nothing that can help me on this. NPC logic is hilarious. Hitman is the only game I've seen perfect, realistic stealth missions.
Yeah.
Rocket Shotgun was wildly inaccurate. They expected their soldiers to stand in the path of an attacking airplane and wait till it was right on top of them and fire, even if they had just lived.
It just missed. Ooh, perfect.
As your lips touch filthy flesh, you catch a whiff of lavender.
You kissed it 3
Pleasant
times.
scent gives way to the
Unnecessary.
muddy taste of something you try not to identify.
We're gonna Tarantino this goblin, yeah.
You enjoying that? Disgusting worm. Just remember.
We're gonna kill Bill walking around with no shoes for way longer than she needed to be.
I'd congratulate you if I could bear the sight of you.
Anything for a profit.
Starring
Astarian
is
liked it.
inspired. Good thing I just recently used one. Because we were at 4.
Okay, what did this fucking ring do? This ring better be worth it. Okay, plus 3 movement speed. That's pretty goddamn big.
That's not bad, yeah.
I could give it to any brawler that needs that.
So do we want to go in and talk to what's her name?
Yeah. But first, I might trade out. Well, do you think I should bring Torture Lady or Fire Lady?
Up to you.
Well, I'm gonna go bring Carlatch back. Tarantino would have
himself as a character that sucked tequila off someone so to dust on. Jesus.
Goddamn.
Are you sure that's the best?
9 rockets at once would be a good video game gun. That's true.
Goblin parties
I
are
feel
so
so
much
bad.
more fun than anything you'll find in Baldur's Gate, or the Hells for that matter. Not that I'm suggesting we stop aces.
That helmet she's wearing. No.
I might hide the helmet on that one because
it's funny.
all right. What is our what is I forgot. We're going inside, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Going in. Well, Saza brings us all the way to the back, and then we can just kill them there, and then fight our way out.
Sounds good to me.
That's almost as good as that Gotham episode where the Jim Gordon actor wrote a sex scene for himself. Oh my god. Where are you? Did you go inside?
I was at the camp grabbing Carlake.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in the big door, I guess.
Yeah.
Never wanted the easy path.
No, go inside. Inside. Boring.
Okay. And yet we never got Riddler and Penguin having a graphic on-screen sex.
Right.
Wasn't that live broadcast television?
Shut it, Graw. Olaf
What?
cleared us. Got a visitor for the drow, I do. My ass. What's a true soul? What with any mate of
Literally, you
yours?
can see a drow
Private
standing
business,
next
that
to.
is. Raiding business. But if anyone wants a piss pot guarded, we'll call. Just get your friend branded proper. Right, Sazza? Got better things to do than... No, you don't. Come on, then.
No, you don't. Yeah, but Riddler did finger Penguin on screen, so we almost got them. What?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of this.
I don't think I saw that episode of Batman.
Do you feel her inside you? I only hear her through you, priestess. That's because she chose me. You know what?
Or are you just wandering off?
Do we talk to the High Priestess first, or?
I've actually never talked to the High Priestess. Who is Abradak? This one in here.
Oh, you've never seen Abradak?
No.
Oh yeah. Abradak is the best one.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here. Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner? I was invited to teach them some of my techniques.
Riddle me this.
Pain and its intricacies, you see. But alas,
This guy looks like he just walked out of a Ramstein
seem to
mask.
thrive on the
That's
crude
true.
and primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
It looks like he really wishes Hellraiser was real.
Yes, one who claims to be a master of pain. Pain is intimate and loving, but trying to discuss that with these creatures.
Scratch that. He's the guy that you
Forgive me,
walk
but
into in a BDSM
that
dungeon.
look in your eyes. Something terrible has happened to you. Because I see those same eyes when I look in the mirror.
Oh
dear
shit.
one.
That was clever.
We've all suffered in these dark
I feel like there's always been another man inside me.
It is little wonder you bear
That's
scars of
gayer than
pain
anything
and anguish.
I think he could have said.
Please, let me alleviate this pain. As the Maiden of Pain, the goddess Loviatar teaches us through penance, administered by my
I've never heard of the skilled hands of Loviatar's acolytes.
My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it.
I didn't change a word.
I promise.
Go on. I have to see this.
God.
Oh,
A starring approves too.
exquisite in mind.
You're doing it.
Both followers explicitly like it when you do it.
Interested in how you handle pain, dear one.
Means it's gotta be good, right?
And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her
I'll
most
do
gracious
the
blessing.
Volo one.
Trust me.
Thank God.
Simply face
I don't know
the
what this
wall,
guy's is.
and we can begin.
Let me just.
Face the wall and let us begin, dear one. Yes, this will do nicely.
Wait, what?
I think you might be in the way.
Or is he confused because you're not you? Go talk to him.
Now.
I'm talking to him and he's like, yeah, because I have to turn back into that female dwarf.
Now.
Oh my God, did I break it?
No, I talked to him.
Oh, do you? Oh, I guess.
You talked to him now. Oh, there we go.
The pain
What the fuck?
you suffer will cleanse you.
Why did he just hit you?
Fight it.
He's healing me.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I am a bard. I gotta go with the
Wait,
performance.
here. Oh, I was gonna give you guidance.
Oh, just because I had a +7 to a 5.
Yeah.
Your voice sounds so sweet, dear one. Keep going. Pain is proof that we live. Revel in it.
I guess that one I probably could have used a check on, but all was well in the kingdom.
Next,
This is getting
there's
weird, and
another
when you
one.
say that about a Larian game, that's something. I'm only listening right now, so I can't see what's happening, but it sounds like some Cenobite talk.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got Cenobite vibes. He's a healer cleric of a pain goddess.
You are doing so well. Do not give in now.
Hey, Afternoon Tune, thank you for stopping in at this exact scene.
It's basically
This
Cenobite. Here,
exact
let me
scene.
get you. There we go.
Oh,
Yes,
we're
you
doing
can,
good. How you doing
Yeah,
after
Take
you?
the
pretty
pain
good.
and offer it up to Loviatar. Offer it all.
Cenobite foreplay is not something I'd ever thought I'd hear.
Sweet child.
I actually don't
Bore the pain like
think it's
true
that out
believer.
of the realm when
I
talking
am
about
proud to have
those movies and
served you
such.
this penance.
You enjoying myself.
You know, chat. Come on, go ahead. Put a 1, 2, 3 in there. What am I picking? How did we all enjoy ourselves? Did we have a good time? No name. You gotta help me out here. That's probably.
Interesting is an understatement.
I hate how dumb the dumb shit that you can find.
Found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing.
Whatever 2 is. Yeah. Well, whatever 2 was got me a buff, so thanks, chat.
On a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine.
Oh, right.
Positively divine. Am I allowed to heal after that? Because I think I need to heal my soul.
I must try this technique.
Okay, what does this give me? Leviatar's Love. When you have 30 hit points or less, you gain +2 to attack rolls and wisdom saving throws for 3 turns. Okay.
Nice. But it didn't get rid of your tadpole.
It did not get rid of my tadpole. Think we should talk to these guys?
Isn't there someone in here to talk to?
Oh shit, yeah, there is.
Oh, Volo.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine.
Oi!
Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya? Then catch one on your own.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
It won't last long in there.
Can I read her thoughts or deceive?
What do you got pluses to?
Right. +1 from charisma, -1 from bloodless. Detect odds +3 -1.
I guess you could probably do Illithid. It's the lowest skill check. It's like a 5, I think. Otherwise, yeah, because that also uses wisdom.
It's a 2. Definitely gonna, yeah.
Did you guys know all platypus glow under blacklight? That just seems like a bit much.
Something stirs
I mean,
deep
come on,
within
do they
you,
really need that?
hungry and
They got a lot
alert.
going for them already.
It's taking something you'll never get back.
Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
Look at this. I'm quite saved. A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons.
Those scientists are jizzing on all those platypi. Or I guess platypus. Platypuses.
Platypussies.
Oh, what's a bit of metal between allies, hmm? I'll do one better. Tell me where we can meet each other once we've slipped the goblin yoke. And I'll offer much more than gold. Knowledge, my friend.
Shit, a bard. Knowledge from a bard? I'm dubious.
An invisibility potion, my friend. A bit less refined than your mendacious methods, but by God, it'll do the trick. Why, by design, my friend. How better to learn the ways of a people than to live among them? I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'll be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley. Smashing!
There's somebody getting tortured in the background.
Soon we can share the flagon of something liquid and a tale of
Can't trust
daring
bards
do.
either. Probably
I'll
also
slip away when the
chizzing on
coast is clear.
platypuses.
See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick
Always
your
beware.
brain.
Chat, always beware of platypi getting jizzed on by your local bard. If they know how to play an instrument, keep an eye out.
Watch out. Watch those platypuses.
Poor lad.
A letter to
give you peace, you
Elminster.
know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee
Talking
to?
to
You stubborn rat.
sorcerer, no, torturer Spike.
Stop!
Isn't bards fucking dragons a D&D trope? It's happened
Yeah.
like once or twice.
A bunch of like it's
and
the
join him if you
it's
like.
the
As the symbol glows,
Because like
power
archdragon
courses
can
through
take
you.
on humanoid forms.
Authority.
yeah.
It's yeah.
But it's also just the stereotypical like bard wants to fuck everything instead of fight it. A romancer. I don't know what your deception is. That's the only non-illicit one if you don't want to corrupt your brain.
I do like illithid powers. They're pretty neat.
Okay. I'm going with that too, but I haven't yet.
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten.
Sorry, Mom. I didn't realize. He's all yours.
Is that where Robert Downey Jr. got the idea to fist one on
Don't be too
camera?
rough, maybe.
The fist
Moonrise
one what?
Towers
A
might
dragon.
still want to take him.
He
I
what?
wasn't aware that he fisted a dragon on.
I want to watch that weird priest next door.
I want to watch that
Sounded
weird
like
priest.
he was beating something up. Oh yeah, beating it good.
What? The prisoner?
Please, please. Let me out. There's no reason for this.
You left Karlak behind.
Poor Karlak.
Halsin, I don't know. He changed into a bear.
Yeah,
But
the Russian
I lost
romance
sight of
movie
him.
about some chick plowing a dragon
don't
that
know if he's
abducts her
still
on her
alive.
wedding day. That was Dr. Doolittle.
That's all I know.
Oh,
Please,
RDJ's
get me out of here.
Dr. Doolittle from a couple years ago ends with a long scene of him fisting a dragon's asshole. Huh.
There are dragons in that Dr. Doolittle movie?
Somewhere underneath the temple. There's a hidden passage. Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they'd eat him. Please, please. These shackles. I don't want to die. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Just leave him here after saying that. Or do you want Astarion to
Alright.
do it?
Yeah, go ahead. Have fun, Astarion. You've got the plus 30,000 to lockpicking.
You've been caught lockpicking. Better surrender or risk losing your hand. Some guards would appreciate your generosity, but not this one. This one prefers
Will I attack
old-fashioned
or go to
justice.
prison?
You know, how bad can goblins penitentiary be?
Bad?
I'll come bust you out.
Okay.
Where the? Oh, did you do it while standing up?
Best get in and out.
You might have done, yeah.
Get me out.
Alright, I freed this guy so he doesn't die.
The lock clicks and opens.
Because he, on my first playthrough, I was like, oh, I'll free him in a little bit.
Yeah.
And in a sense, I did free him from the mortal coil.
Thank you. I better go. I should be able to make it to the Grove on my own. They need to know they're in debt. I don't know. He just said some wizard called Laro. The Grove. To the east. How much farther can I go?
Alright. Let's see. Where hath... Ow. I think I know where the prisons are. Remember that part in the Dr. Doolittle where he got it on with fantasy creatures? Yeah, there is some.
Do you think the dwarf is ready yet?
How else could he fist one?
I'm hungry.
Oh, that movie is... Don't you just miss toilet humor? Don't you just...
Do I? That's a good question. Find the missing shipment.
Or a
Oh,
Astarian
it's
just been
where I
locked
am.
up.
Where are you?
Oh, I can go back out. You're looking for the door to the shattered sanctum.
I'm at the ward pen.
Oh, right behind you.
Huh?
Ward pen entrance. That's what you're
What are
looking
they
for.
delaying for?
Oh.
Can't we just swarm the forest?
Just out of view. Right tool will do the trick.
Isn't that the cell Helson's supposed to be in? Oh no, here's the bear over here.
Drink it in. That sweet, sweet not that I approve of goblins, of course, filthy little beasts, but I do like a good den of debauchery.
I mean, fair.
Who knows?
RDJ went
Drow,
spelunking.
mind
I keep
flayers,
looking back to
death.
chat, and it's like after a
Hopefully
whole
not
minute,
ours.
it's still talking about RDJ
But maybe
fisting those animals.
us, if we can convince the right people to talk.
Wait, let me be Astarian. I don't know why I didn't just do this.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Do you think it was as well?
That was a seminal moment in cinema history. Often referred to as the other night.
Decaying legs protrude from the hole.
You wanted to come
A
talk to
failed
these
escape,
legs?
It seems.
You know, I would be happy to oblige you
I just rolled a
conversation
1
with this
in
corpse.
investigating it.
I've never seen this corpse before in my life.
Alright, there
Those
we go.
are
I
the
used
measurements
one
of
our
the dragon's
inspiration.
ass and feet. 9/11.
It seems the tunnel collapsed mid-dig and suffocated him. A crooked
This is why you always
heart
use
is
proper
embroidered on
framework
his
and
left
lattices.
shoe.
You never want a tunnel collapse. That's the biggest issue in digging escape tunnels from prisons.
The body
That and
comes
hide it behind a
loose,
poster.
revealing a tunnel. Perhaps you can escape where he failed.
Right. Body's ready to talk.
Should mind myself.
The corpse regards you, lifeless.
Digging too quickly. Felt tunnel collapsing. Kept going. Better dead than Warg meat. My son Garland did it. If I ever missed him, could look down and remember him.
Where were you in the dragon's ass?
Heading to Baldur's Gate. Didn't hear Goblin Patrol. Not bad. Taglin, carpenter, father of two.
The spell's power wanes.
Sad.
So, do we rescue Halson now?
Sure. Now, do you want to do it with the dead kid method or the method with no dead kids?
What is the dead kid method, and also why does Astarion not have anything in his inventory?
So if we let these
he
kids
got
run away,
arrested.
they're gonna squeal and alert the rest of the camp about our doings, and they see a fine prison. So, do we takes care of them, or do we try to knock them out, all stealth style?
I think stealth style.
Okay.
Still alive, so that's progress. Another step forward.
So, if you hit the children with spells or piercing damage, like from an arrow, it will kill them. If you hit them with a melee attack with the passive on, then we don't have to commit child murder. But if the kids die, ultimately, they are goblin kids. And as we've all know, goblin kids are terrible.
Let's get going.
Alright.
Not over, then through.
These two goblin kids?
Yeah.
Keep your hands steady, three.
Again! Make it squeal again.
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wall.
And it makes funny noises. We made it squeal. Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
Throw a rock at a child.
What about, okay gang, do we throw a rock at a child?
Or should I leave this and have Astarion just pick the lock while they're stuck in dialogue?
It's a lever to open.
Oh. It says I can lockpick it still.
What here? Get lost
but
if
I
you
see
can't
the
stand a
lever,
bit of
too.
roughhousing.